Commander's log, stardate 150321. How we all doing this week? I'm not doing too bad myself. I'm here. I'm ready to rock and roll. Ready to get this show going. Get it going. Get it good. This week's unofficial sponsor is the lovely Cat Sky. Now she and I collaborated together to help Josh Baker on Beard Song of the Day produce a very good show on March 3rd. Check it out. Check her out. Search her on Facebook. Just type in Cat Sky in the search bar. If you can't spell Cat Sky, something wrong with you. Alright, this week's beverage of choice. I've had it before, I love it, and I'll have it again. Brothers Toffee Apple Ale at 4%. This stuff was made in Somerset. Proper opening apparatus, proper technique. Bam! Got a new glass this week. More to come on that, though. Gonna be able to get it all? I think so. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Got it. New Hard Rock glass from Cologne, Germany. Like I said, more to come on that. Anyway, cheers to you all. Kapla, as they'd say in the Klingon Empire. Ooh, that stuff is awesome. Probably my new favorite. All right, first birthday for the week from the 16th goes to a dear friend of mine. Used to own a dairy back in Indiana. Krista Tig. Krista, how you doing? How's it going in Indiana? Everything still afloat there? How are you doing? Hope things are going well for you. Hope life's treating you well. Hope you had a happy birthday. Enjoy one of these with me. Next on the list. Now, his birthday is listed on the 15th, but for some reason, I seem to remember his birthday being on the 17th. Exactly 2 weeks, or 2 years, 2 weeks after mine, Ronnie McCall. Ron, how's it going, man? How's life treating you? Hope things are going well for you. Last count I had, you were married, you had a couple kids. Hope things are still going good for you. Hope life's doing okay. Hope your mom's doing okay. I really do. But hey, enjoy yourself one of these. Cheers to you. Happy belated birthday. Next up on the list, also on the 17th, gal I went to school with, Laura Proctor. Laura, how are you doing? I hope life's treating you well. Hope you're being fruitful and multiplying, as one would say. But yeah, Laura, happy belated birthday. Good. It was good reconnecting with you and chatting it up with you again. Hope things are going well for you. I don't know if you drink or not, or if you do, if you drink responsibly or nice. But this is some good stuff. Try it out sometime. Next on the list, from the 18th. Now, this is a man who took what was supposed to be a one-time guest spot and turned it into something epic. Became the leader of the Klingon Empire, J.G. Hertzler. J.G., man, loved you as Martok. I really did. I really, really, really did. Probably one of my favorite. You are definitely one of my favorite Klingons in this series. To you, the Klingon salute, the Prosper salute, happy birthday, and enjoy one of these. Next up on the list, from the 18th, I mentioned her earlier, the one, the only, the very lovely Cat Sky. She is a big Star Trek fan, just like I am. Probably the female version of me as a Trek fan, if you will. Don't read too much into that. Anyway, Kat, to you, my dear, happy birthday. I hope you're doing all right. I know Leonard Nimoy's passing hit you hard. I know it did. It was a little rough for me. Excuse me. Hope you're doing okay. To you, my dear, the Prosper salute. Also on the 18th, Michelle Heckman. Michelle, how's it going? How are you doing? Hope you're hanging in there. Hope life's going well for you. About to hang out with your husband here in a little bit. Gonna play some games, have some food, just gonna hang out. Michelle, I hope you had a happy birthday. Hope things are going well for you. And I drink. All right, next up, on the 19th, gentleman I had the pleasure of working with in good old Germany, the man, the legend himself, Bill Henning. Bill, how you doing, man? How's it going? How's life treating you? Hope you're enjoying retirement and everything. You silly goose. Man, I miss talking to you all the time. I like it. I like seeing when you post stuff on Facebook. It lets me know you're all right. I hope the family's doing well. And enjoy one of these, my friend. Happy birthday. Also celebrating on the 19th, Nancy Santos. Now, I have yet to meet you in person, but I think I met you in a Star Trek group. I think. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's where I met you from. How are you doing? I hope you had a prosperous birthday. And I look forward to hearing from you again. Cheers to you. All right, next up on the list. From the 20th. This gal is a hardcore Colts fan. Amy Northway. Amy, I haven't met you yet. I hope to sometime soon. How are you doing? Hope you had a happy birthday. What do you think about all the action we've been doing in the free agency with the Colts, huh? What do you think of that? I like where we're going. I have a good feeling about this year. Amy, happy birthday. All right. Next on the list. Now, I actually worked with her husband back in Hagerstown back in the day. It was a little over 10 years ago when I worked with him. But I'm talking about you, Penny. Penny Wallace. How are you doing? I hope Dave spoiled you on your birthday. Today, actually. I hope Dave's spoiling you for your birthday today. I hope it's a good birthday. I hope you guys are doing okay. I really do. And hey, I drink to you too. All right. And last on the list for the birthdays for this week, also today, I knew him in Germany, a fellow Masonic brother, fellow worshipful brother, Daniel Mormon. Brother Dan, how you doing, man? I saw you got married not too long ago. How's life treating you? Are you still in Germany by any chance? If you are, give the brothers a fraternal howdy for me, if you would. I give you the prosper salute, and I drink to you, my friend. All right, birthdays. Done. Excuse me. Now, I mentioned to get ready to hang out with some friends, so I need to make it quick from here. I only have one additional greeting for the week. This gal was nice enough. She was on vacation in Germany sometime last year. I had put up a post. You can't see it too well, but this is a Hard Rock Cafe Cologne Germany glass. This sucker, the ink was bad on it, and every time I'd wash it, every time I'd use it, the ink would run a little bit. When we got here, it was about like this, maybe a little better, I don't know, but the ink had run on this. My friend was in Germany, was nice enough to pick me up one of these, pick me up a replacement glass, and I finally just got it in the mail this past week. Sharon Seskowski hooked me up on that one. Now, you've heard the name before. I know you've had a lot on your plate. I totally understand that. I'm just glad you were finally able to get me the glass. I hope everything's going well for you. I know you've had it rough here lately, but hey, I'm here for you. To you, I give you the prosper salute, and I drink to you. Thank you again very much for doing this for me. I really appreciate it. All right. Extra additional greeting extended. Let's move on to this week in Trek history. Now, I'm going to expand on what I typically do on Trek history a little bit, and you're going to see why here. I usually do mainly dates of like movies, series premieres and finales, and the showrunners and stuff. But I'm going to expand a little bit. This week, in 1989, on the 17th, actor Merritt Buttrick. Who's that? He played David Marcus in Star Trek 2 and 3, and he played the role of Captain Tajan in the Next Generation episode Symbiosis. That was it. Symbiosis. Passed away March 17th, 1989. At the age of 29, he contracted AIDS. It's a shame too. Just think of what the man's career would have looked like had he lived, had he not died at such a young age. Also on this week, March 19th, back in '69, Connor Trenier was born. Plays Chief Engineer Commander Charles Tucker Tripp III. He turned 46 this past week. Yesterday, back in 1948, actor John Delancey was born. Who is that, you ask? Well, if you've never seen The Next Generation, shame on you. He played Q, recurring character. He appeared 6 out of the 7 seasons of The Next Generation. He made 1 appearance in Deep Space Nine, 3 in Voyager. Played Q. Awesome actor. I hear he's very good to his fans. I look forward to meeting him sometime. I hear he's just awesome. And finally, 2 more tomorrow, actually. 2 more birthdays for tomorrow. Born in 1938, Michael Westmore. Now, who's that, you might be asking? You know all those aliens in Star Trek that appear? You know how they look so good and everything? That man is a makeup genius. He is the one responsible for almost all of them in the modern era Star Treks, excluding the JJ verse. Michael Westmore turns 77 tomorrow, and last but not least, you thought I was going to forget about him. No way. Ain't going to do that. March 22nd, 1931. The man, the legend. Of course, I'm talking about the one and only William Shatner. Played Captain Kirk. Of course. William Shatner turns 84. Happy birthday to you all. The prosperous salute to all you for all you've done and all you did and all you hopefully will be able to keep doing. And I drink to you all. This week in Trek history. Observed. All right, now I got a little bit of an issue here. I know it's not football season, but I got to vent a little bit. The Colts are doing some good stuff. They're doing some very good stuff in free agency. I can't wait to see what happens in the draft. And I guess there's another round of free agency coming up. I can't wait to see what all they do there. But you've heard people talking about how you can't be down on your team if you're a true fan. A true fan always believes in their team no matter what. Well, I know a certain individual. I am not going to name their name, but I was talking to them the other night on Facebook, and I brought up how the Colts are making such awesome moves in free agency. And this individual, I asked him how the Patriots are doing because that's their team. I asked them how the Patriots are doing with everything in the free agency. They said that they've been doing crappy. They haven't picked anybody up except maybe one player from Cleveland on defense. And this individual is already calling the AFC Championship game is going to be between the Bills and the Colts. Damn, dude. You claim to be a true fan of your team, but you're already writing them off for the season? Some true fan. Man, if I ran a team and fans like you were the only thing I had, I wouldn't count on you for crap. All right. Enough of that. To the individual in question, I still appreciate you. I still enjoy chatting with you, even though you are a Patriots fan and you are already willing to write off your team, not only once, but several times. You wrote them off in the Super Bowl, too. It was only 5 minutes into the third quarter, and here you are already saying, Seattle's going to win it. 34-14. Yeah, we see how that worked out. Jackass. Anyway, a drink to you. Pull your head out of your butt. Either be a true fan and root for your team all the way or get off the bandwagon. Yeah, I said that. Root for your team or get off the wagon. All right. I probably pissed him or them off by now, so let's get back to it. This week in the database, Operation Annihilate. The Deneva colony is attacked by neural parasites that cause mass insanity while the crew of Enterprise search for a way to stop them. Hey, you know what? We finally made it to a season finale here on Prosper. I know I've been bouncing around here a little bit, but I've only done it because it's been appropriate. It had to happen. But yeah, first season finale. Let's go behind the scenes. This is the only episode title of the original series that includes an exclamation point, and along with the Voyager episode Bride of Chaotica, is one of only 2 episodes in the entire Star Trek franchise to incorporate that particular punctuation mark. Bet y'all didn't know that, did you? Excuse me. In addition, it is one of only 3 original series episodes in which the word damn is used, with McCoy cursing the damnable logic behind the experiments designed to destroy the creatures. The only other use of the word damn occurs in Journey to Babel, wherein Kirk admits he can't damn Spock for his loyalty by taking command of the Enterprise at the cost of Sarek's life. And in... okay, it did say uses. In Court Martial, where Kirk makes a log entry stating that the evidence against him is damning. A filmed scene cut from this episode featured dialogue between Kirk and his nephew Peter. The dialogue concerned Peter's returning to Deneva to live with Sam's partner. This scene was deleted from the episode. Steve Karabatsos, you've heard that name before, had an obligation in his contract that he must deliver at least 1 script of his own while serving as story editor. Karabatsos left the series in late 1966, but still had to fulfill this task before departing. Having no idea of his own, Gene Roddenberry suggested him one entitled Operation Destroy, which was the basis for this episode. The script, as originally conceived, did not envision the parasites being killed with light. Instead, the Enterprise leaves Deneva and destroys their home planet. By effectively annihilating the central brain that controls their operations, the ship renders the creatures harmless. Working from an early draft of the script, James Blish writes up this version in an adaptation of the episode in his volume Star Trek II. Part of that storyline was actually used in the Conspiracy. Was it The Conspiracy or Conspiracy? The Next Generation episode where neural parasites take over Starfleet. But you'll have to watch that one. The first draft script, entitled Operation Destroy, did not feature Kirk's brother and his family. In that version, a Denevan woman named Aurelin was in love with a young man named Kartan, who flew his ship into the sun to destroy the creatures. Aurelin and her father were not infected and helped the Enterprise crew in their research. Deneva, as seen from space, was created by the Westheimer Effects Company, only appearing in this color scheme for the episode. This planet was frequently reused in the 2nd and 3rd seasons as Capella 4 in Friday's Child, Pollux 4 in Who Mourns for Adonius, 8924 in Bread and Circuses, Neural, one of those, in A Private Little War, Triskelion in The Gamesters of Triskelion, An Unnamed Planet in By Any Other Name, Echoes and Patterns of Force, An Unnamed Planet in The Ultimate Computer. Needless to say, it appears in a lot of episodes. Also, 2 color-enhanced versions of this planet appear in the series. A reddish one, also in the 2nd, 3rd season opening credits and as planet Vulcan, and a purple one, planet Halka, Omega 4, etc. The flyby of the Enterprise that opens this episode was only seen one other time. It is reused in the Tholian web as the ship is thrown clear of the Tholian force field. The Deneva outdoor scenes were shot at the headquarters of TRW Space and Defense Park in Redondo Beach, California. Currently, the Northrop Grumman Space Technology Headquarters. Woo, say that 5 times fast. The establishing shot of Kirk's brother's lab was a building on the campus of UCLA. In the entrance of the building was the cafeteria at TRW. The scenes at TRW were filmed 15 February 1967. This is the first time McCoy's lab is seen. Inside the lab, the prop used previously as Balok's lamp device in the Corbomite maneuver can be seen sitting on a shelf. Different components of sickbay were added over the first season, such as the decompression chamber seen in Space Seed. McCoy's lab contains one of the life support canisters used on the Botany Bay. If it works. The star map showing the progression of the space madness also shows up on station view screens in future episodes. Imagine that. Hua Cheng designed and constructed the parasite creatures. In the Starfleet Medical Reference Manual, it was called a blastoneuron. Cool. The clubs used by the Denevans during their attack on the landing party appeared to be thick lucite rods. Curiously, the gray, grooved clubs used by Spock during his fight with Kirk in This Side of Paradise, and some of the miners on Janus 6 in The Devil in the Dark were not recycled for this use. Weird. Okay. Look closely when Kirk beams down alone to join the landing party. There is a presence moving about on the building horizon, most likely a spectator caught in the presence of filming. Imagine that. Unique to this episode, Uhura wears a black belt on the bridge, having worn one while on the landing party in the previous episode produced, The City on the Edge of Forever. In the Gamesters of Triskelion, she dons it when she joins the landing party and wears a communicator and phaser. Although the ubiquitous jumpsuit-type outfits worn by the 4 Denevans who attacked the landing party crop up in a variety of colors, this is one of the few in which a green one appears. There is also a red variety, apparently the only one ever seen in the original series. Stock footage of Leslie's hands from the alternative factor is used to represent the footage in the satellite control room. This shot was removed from the remastered version of the episode. William Blackburn, an extra on the show from the Corbomite maneuver through the end of Season 3, can be seen in the background in at least 3 different uniforms in this episode. Happens. There is a blooper from this episode in the first season blooper reel. The parasite creature that was supposed to hit Leonard Nimoy's back is seen hitting his backside instead, making Mr. Nimoy break up with laughter. Also appearing is a sequence showing the landing party with the phasers being used in tandem as shavers. Imagine that. That happens. Hey, you gotta keep it goofy. You can't be all serious all the time. McCoy speaks about getting the plates back on Kirk's nephew to help with his medical treatment. This line references X-ray plates, which were common in the 60s, but in the 2260s would have been extremely archaic and impractical compared to other medical advances of the time, such as DNA examination. And finally, the Vulcan inner eyelid is mentioned again in the Enterprise episode The Forge. In the Star Trek novel Spock's World, the inner eyelid was developed in one tribe of Vulcans who eventually took control over most of the planet. Who'd have known it? Well, folks, time for me to finish this here beverage. Devoid of life is the brain cells of a Sequest fan. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure, as always, bringing you this presentation. But it is time for me to make like the Enterprise and warp out. So y'all take care, have an awesome night or day. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, and if you do, name it after me. Don't drink and drive because you might spill your drink, but more importantly, you might kill yourself or someone else. And drinking and driving is dumber than being a Sequest fan. The only thing worse than that, people root for Tom. Giselle won't let me go to the Pro Bowl, and now they're going to asterisk my stats, and I can't think straight, and Bill doesn't love me anymore, and I don't have a defense, and I'm going to get laid out. Brady, men slapping women, racism, animal abuse, fake friends, people who welch on bets, or anyone who is a member of, supports, or defends the Westboro Baptist Church. Things like that are highly illogical, and I will not make time for them. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, I invite you to partake in Mr. Spock's advice and live long and prosper.